Objection! Madam Secretary, are we now in quorum? I should call the roll of the office to report back to you, Madam Chair. Officers, please raise your right hand and state present as you call the last name. Dorothy, present. Agbado, Luz, Lazula, Yasus, Olmo, Padillas.
Present.
All of the officers are present, Madam Chair. Thank you, Madam Secretary. Since all of the officers are present, the Chair declares that there is a quorum or a meeting. Will now please come to order. We are now holding our second regular meeting of the future leaders of the Philippines, Aklan State University, burias chapter. Officers, I wish to inform you that we have important matters to be discussed, and so we will bar from the order of the business, except the taking up of your business if there is no objection. Any objection?
There's none, Madam Chair.
There is none. It is approved by general consent of the body. Madam Secretary, please read to us the agenda as well as the parliamentary abilities that were given to us by the members of the Board of Judges.
The agenda as well as the parliamentary abilities were given to us by the members of the Board of Judges are already reading of the Board, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. You've just heard what the Secretary has said, so what is now the pleasure of the body?
Madam Chair!
Mr. Roy?
Madam Chair, I move that the FLP Capsuburis chapter will conduct a Bohemian-themed fashion show and Met Gala.
Objection to consideration of just presented motion,
May
Madam
the gentleman
Chair.
state his objection.
Just presented motion by Mr. Roy is not anchored to the issue that we are discussing right now, Madam Chair.
Objection to consideration has been raised. May I inform the body this motion is not remarkable. Means that there's a vote, so let's come to vote. Those who are in favor of the motion presented, that the just presented motion of Mr. Rain be objected, may raise their hand. Madam Secretary, please sit down on counting. And for those who oppose, may do the same. One. Thank you, Madam Secretary. It is to one. More than 2/3 voted on the negative, on the affirmative side. Therefore, the motion presented that the just presented motion of Mr. Rain be objected is approved. Therefore, we are not going to carry the just presented motion of Mr. Rain. So what is out of the pleasure of the body?
Madam Chair.
I move that the FLP Capsuburis chapter will engage in sugarcane farming.
Seconded.
It has been moved and seconded that will become Sabarias chapter will engage in sugarcane farming. May I inform the body that this motion is remarkable, amendable, debatable, can be reconsidered, and its majority of votes for its approval. Remarks?
Madam Chair.
The mover has the floor.
I presented the main motion which states that the chapter will engage in farming because we need to help to increase the production yield in sugarcane, and therefore we can have better farming.
Thank you for that remarks. Some remarks?
Madam Chair.
No, Madam Chair, I motion presented which states that the FLP Capsuburis chapter will engage in sugarcane farming. Most of us are educators. It said farming.
Thank you for that remarks, Mr. Lagulay. Some more remarks?
Madam Chair.
Ms. Labon.
Madam Chair, since the organization of a meeting after this, so I therefore move that the time for adjournment, that the meeting be adjourned definitely at exactly 6 p.m. Seconded.
It has been moved and seconded the meeting adjourned definitely at exactly 6 p.m. May I inform the body that this motion is not remarkable because of the pending question and its majority. Let's come to vote. Those who are in favor of the motion presented, the meeting be adjourned definitely at exactly 6 p.m. may say aye.
Aye.
And for those who oppose, may say nay.
Nay.
Nays have it. Therefore, the motion presented, the meeting adjourned definitely at exactly 6 p.m. is lost. Therefore, the meeting will not be adjourned definitely at exactly 6 p.m. So, some remarks?
Madam Chair.
Ms. Olmo.
Madam Chair, I am in favor of the motion presented, which states that the FLP Capsuburis chapter will engage in sugarcane farming. However, I move to amend by the main motion by adding this risk at the end of the statement at Capsuburis farming.
Seconded.
It has been moved and seconded the main motion presented, which is FLP Capsuburis chapter will engage in sugarcane farming be amended by adding these words at the end of the statement at Capsuburis farm. May I inform the body this motion is remarkable, amendable, debatable, can be reconsidered in its majority of votes for its approval. Remarks?
Madam Chair.
The mover has the floor.
Madam Chair, I presented the first degree amendment, which states at Capsuburis farming because Capsuburis provide sugarcane that can be used for the side activity.
Thank you for that remarks. Some remarks?
Madam Chair.
Mr. Lagulay.
Madam Chair, I am not in favor of the first degree amendment which states that at Capsuburis farming because Capsuburis farm is not wide enough for us to conduct such activity.
Thank you for that remarks. Some remarks?
Madam Chair.
Sir Palo.
Madam Chair, since we have a limited time, so I therefore move that the debate be limited to 2 speakers to speak on either side.
Seconded. It has been moved and seconded that debate be limited to 2 speakers to speak on either side. May I inform what in this motion it's not remarkable. This majority of votes, I mean 2/3 of votes. So let's come to vote. Those who are in favor of the motion presented, debate be limited to 2 speakers to speak on either side. May raise your hand. Madam Secretary, please sit down on counting. 1, 2. And for those who oppose, may do the same.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, including myself. 2 is to 7, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. 2 is to 7. More than 2/3 voted on the negative side. Therefore, the motion presented that debate be limited to 2 speakers to speak on either side is lost. Therefore, the debate will not be limited to 2 speakers to speak on either side. Some remarks? Madam Chair.
For previous question, Madam Chair.
Do I hear any second?
Seconded.
Previous question has been called for. May I inform why this motion is not remarkable and it's 2/3 2/3 of votes, so let's come to vote. Those are in favor of the motion presented. Did the previous question be called for? May raise your hand, Madam Secretary. Please note of counting. 1, 2. And for those opposed, may do the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2 is to 7, Madam Chair. Thank you, Madam Secretary. 2 to 7. More than 2/3 voted.
Raise the point of order, Mr. Chair.
Therefore, the motion presented that the previous question being called for is lost.
Raise the point of order, Madam Chair.
Speaker point.
I believe your secretary is out of order because I think the secretary is not allowed to vote during the meeting.
No, I'm sorry, but the secretary is still a member, so she is still part of the discussion of the
Madam Point of order.
It is not well taken. The chair doesn't meet.
Observing
Point well taken.
the secretary should focus on record keeping.
Therefore, the previous question will not be called for. Some remarks? Madam Chair! Mr. Yasis, you are recognized.
Madam Chair, I am in favor of the first reading amendment presented which states that at Capsule Burias Farm. However, I move to amend further the first reading amendment by adding these words that I treatment on March 20, 2019.
Seconded. It has been moved seconded first degree representative which states that Capsule Burias Farm be further amended by adding these words in the statement on March 20, 2019. Before providing this motion is remarkable, amendable, debatable, can be reconsidered as majority votes for its approval. Remarks? Madam Chair, the mover has the floor.
Madam Chair, I presented the second degree amendment which states that on March 20, 2019, because that is the available date in our calendar of activities.
Thank you for that remarks, Mr. Yasis. Some remarks? Madam Chair, yes, Mr. Regulay.
Madam Chair, I'm not in favor of the second degree amendment, which states that on March 20, 2018, because as FLP officers, I will have my checkup on that day, and I cannot attend the activity.
Thank you for that remarks. Some remarks on the second degree amendment. There's none, Madam Chair. If there is none, let's proceed to the second degree representative which states on March 20, 2019. Informed about this motion is remarkable, debatable, can be reconsidered as majority votes for its approval. Remarks? There's none, Madam Chair. There is none, so let's
Raise the point of order,
State your
Madam
point.
Chair.
State your
I believe I believe you're out of order because amendment, according to parliamentary book, is not amendable. Am I correct,
No,
Mr.
no,
Chair?
no. Have you heard what I have stated? I have stated that the second degree is remarkable. Can be reconsidered as majority votes for its approval. Chair,
And you said remarks?
Going to the demonstrating team.
observer, point is not sustained. The chair doesn't commit any mistakes. Therefore, let's proceed to vote on the second degree representative which states on March 20, 2019. Before providing this motion is remarkable, debatable, can be reconsidered, and its majority votes for its approval. Remarks? There's none, Madam Chair. So let's come to vote. Those are in favor of the second degree representative which states on March 20, 2019. You say aye. Aye. For those who oppose, you say nay.
Nay!
Ayes have it. There were the second degree representative which states on March 20, 2019 is approved. Let us proceed to the first degree amendment as amended, which states Aklan State Farm on March 20, 2019. Informed about this motion is remarkable, amendable, debatable, can be reconsidered, majority votes for its approval. Remarks? There's none, Madam Chair. There's none, so let's proceed to vote. Those are in favor of the first degree amendment presented, which states on March 20 at the Aklan Farm on March 20, 2019. They say aye. Aye. And for those opposed, we say nay.
Nay!
Ayes have it. Therefore, the first degree amendment as amended, which states at Aklan Farm on March 20, 2019 is approved. Therefore, the proposed activity will be conducted at Aklan Farm on March 20, 2019. Let us proceed to the main motion and its amendments, which the Aklan chapter will engage in sugarcane farming at Aklan Farm on March 20, 2019. But before we proceed, may I call on the Vice Chair to take over my place because just like you, I want to join the discussion as well as the process of voting. Madam Vice Chair, may hand you this block and gavel as a symbol of power and authority to preside over the meeting.
Thank you, Madam Chair. By the power and virtue of authority vested on me, I now resume the meeting. Let us proceed in the main motions amendments, which state that the Capsule chapter will engage in sugarcane farming at Capsule Farm on March 20, 2019. Before the body, this motion is remarkable, amendable, debatable, can be reconsidered, and these majority votes for its approval. Remarks?
There's none, Madam Presiding Officer.
There's none, then let's proceed to vote. For those who are in favor of the main motions amendments, which states that the Capsule chapter will engage in sugarcane farming at Capsule Farm on March 20, 2019, they say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, may say nay.
Nay!
Ayes have it. Therefore, the main motions amendments, which states that the Capsule chapter will engage in sugarcane farming at Capsule Farm on March 20, 2019 is approved. Therefore, the LP Capsule chapter will engage in sugarcane farming at Capsule Farm on March 20, 2019. Madam Secretary,
Yes, Madam Presiding Officer.
do we still have any unfinished business to be transacted this time?
There is none, Madam Presiding Officer.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. Does anyone know any unfinished business to be transacted at this time?
There's none, Presiding Officer.
If there's none, what is in the pleasure of the body?
Madam Presiding Officer.
Yes, Ms. Martinez, you are recognized.
Madam Presiding Officer, I move that the meeting be adjourned.
It has been moved and seconded that adjourned.